huge cherry picker is used as a battering ram to punch out the wooden slats protecting the windows. At 6:55, a squad of police enters the house. Little is heard. At 7 o'clock, another squad goes in. All MOVE members go to the basement.
And then they had said they couldn't find no MOVE members inside the house.
At 7:20, the bulldozer is used again to clear a basement window, where a Catholic Monsignor tries to talk MOVE members into surrender. At 8:10, screaming is heard from the house.
I was standing on the porch, 3207 Pearl Street. And I could hear, it's only about 20 feet from MOVE headquarters. I could hear voices. I could distinguish who was calling, you know. I could distinguish the kids crying, you know. Hear it very clearly. It was calling out for help.
And 2 minutes later, hoses are blasted at the house to flood MOVE members out of the basement.
So finally, they broke in the cellar window and started putting water in it, saying, bring the kids out.
12 minutes after 8, firemen are again using water. The MOVE members were observed with firearms in the basement. Firemen are now using deluge guns on the side of the MOVE headquarters.
Then at 8:15, several shots ring out, followed by a barrage of police gunfire. The press, who stood by in a bullpen, all hit the ground as officers, themselves moving back, cried out to reporters, "You'd better get out of here."
Made myself very, very tiny. Crawled into a crack in the sidewalk. You know, it's amazing the things you can do when that happens. Because in 13 years in this business and covering a lot of cops, you know, I've never actually seen a shootout. You hear about them, you read about them, but they happen so seldom that you're never ever there when they actually happen. Like right where all these police officers are standing now was the press bullpen. And we were all there, and the photographers all had a good angle to shoot down to the corner of the MOVE house.
Gunfire from the house at the time. Police officer shot on the corner. Two policemen are hit on the side of Pearl Street. Two policemen on the side of Pearl Street have been hit by fire. Policeman being helped in the personnel carrier. Second policeman being helped in the personnel carrier is hit by fire from MOVE.
And the tear gas filled up Pearl Street. I mean, you couldn't see in front of you. There was as much tear gas on Pearl Street, so we couldn't see too good. Gail was still in the house behind looking for people.
The cops were running around like a bunch of fucking maniacs. You should see, they was just running here and there. They didn't know what the hell to do. They were so disorganized. They looked like a bunch of fools.
Now, we ain't talking about picking up no gun. We ain't talking about, like, getting no gun and killing no few cops, all right? Because, you know, if we want to do that, we could have did that last time.
The MOVE members crawled out. One of them, at least, still had the strength to yell obscenities at police.
I'm saying I'm willing to take that commitment all the way. If Rizzo come in here, I'm willing to fight Rizzo off to the death, which is he'll be murdering me. Saying I would rather die than have to live under the stranglehold of Rizzo, live under the stagnated insanity of his administration.
The child from MOVE just crawled out through the basement window.
Approximately 8:45, firemen are flooding the building with water again.
Men, women, and naked children crawl out basement windows.
fellow women MOVE members when you did come to jail, and what condition were they in, and what did they have to say?
They was hurt, but they was strong. Okay, one of the sisters, she came in and they had her chained from the foot. Janet Africa. They had her braced from the foot on up to her waist. They had her like in a straitjacket and had a rope tied behind her,
leading her like a dog.
Leading her like a dog.
There's a male in the back window here.
At one point, these moments of violence. As a black man goes behind a police van, there is a flash of white above his head. The next scene captured by the camera is this. A man is on the ground. Police surround him. Our news camera is located in a third-floor apartment diagonally across the street from MOVE headquarters. The armored truck is the same one into which police had just dragged two of their injured brother officers. We don't know what sparked the violence here. Was the black man resisting arrest, or were some police officers' tempers spilling over as they dragged their wounded from the line of fire?
Police immediately wrestled him to the ground, took the gun away, and dragged him off to a waiting van. But during the entire incident, never once did I see the police do anything but react to MOVE's actions.
Male's got a gun. We still see carbines inside the basement. The automatic weapon that MOVE just tossed out.
9:35, police gassing the basement.
Time approximately 9:58 in the morning. Commissioner O'Neill talking to MOVE members. They're still in the basement.
Tensions remained high for an hour. Police were uncertain if the MOVE house was indeed empty. The operation was basically over at 10 a.m. The toll, 1 dead, at least 12 wounded. District Attorney Ed Rendell, questioned by News 10's Terry Ruggles, said that if the killer bullet came from the MOVE house, everyone in it could face a capital charge.
To all the people who were in the house, if that is the case, there's no question